Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Welcome back to the lives. I was off yesterday because I was at my pottery class. Andrew filled in for me a little bit, though, which was really nice. He gave you a little bit of a view of what he's been working on and some of the things he's doing down in Aramont. So that was really cool to see, even for me, because I don't generally get to see all the time what he's doing. He has been tuckered out by the end of the day. He said he's getting up at around 5 a.m. most days. I think that's because he's passing out kind of early for him, but he's getting up at like 5 a.m. He's getting to work by about 9 a.m. and he's working until midnight most nights. So then he ends up going home and going right to bed. Well, his home, his dorm, and going right to bed. So I've barely talked with him. I've texted him a little bit, and sometimes he called me today and he showed me around and showed me some of the stuff that he was working on. But yeah, I have not heard much from Andrew since he's been gone, which is kind of good because it means that he's working hard and getting a lot of stuff done that he wants to get done. Sometimes when he's here and at the cottage, there's always stuff that comes up. You have to run home for something, or you have to, you have to answer an email, you have to answer social media, you have to answer a message, you have to have a meeting. And so while he's gone, that all kind of gets put on hold a little bit at least, and he's able to focus. And it's a different kind of setup, and I'm glad he's getting stuff done. I think he just shared, well, I guess it was 12 hours ago, is what it's saying. He shared a video that I haven't seen yet of some more of those pendants or pins that he's been making. So that's been really exciting to see. And I hope I get to see them in person. I don't know what's going to be happening, if he's going to be coming back. He's done tomorrow. They have a little bit of stuff in the morning, and then he's going to be maybe coming back, but the weather is supposed to be not so great. So I think it depends when he's leaving, if he's going to miss a lot of some of this weather coming across again. He was going to visit friends, but I know one of his friends, they live in the mountains, and it would be actually worse for him to try to go visit them to stay, from the sounds of it, than him just trying to come back home. So he's kind of up in the air about what's happening, because of what's happening with the weather coming across the country again, of course, on the day he travels. Charlie is here. Hello. Says, I'm cooking lamb chops, so I'll be in and out. Ooh, lamb chops. I haven't had those, obviously, in a long time. Charlie says, safe driving to Andrew. Who else is with us today? Susie is here. Hello, Susie. Thank you so much. Donna is here. Hello, Donna says, I really enjoyed Andrew's video. Yeah, I love when he gets to do videos of things he's working on in the studio. And even if it's not our studio, it's Star Cottage Studio, it's good to see the things he's working on, and it's good that he's getting kind of devoted time to work on this stuff. Like I said, when he's here at home, he tries really hard to give himself some devoted time to work on stuff, but it doesn't always work out. Anne is here. Hello, Anne. So I watched Andrew's video. He's getting a lot done, it seems like. Yeah, I was surprised to see how much he's getting done. It's kind of great. Like I said, he always gets distracted here and in important ways, but when he gets this dedicated time that he takes off and he goes somewhere to work, it's amazing how much he can kind of pump out. Suzanne is here, says, how's everyone's weather? Suzanne says, we had meat sauce, French bread, and king cake. Ooh. I'm going to have lasagna again tonight. I keep saying every single night. I made a lasagna when Andrew left, as many of you know, and I've been eating that every single day. But I augment it. I think I'm going to make some tater tots tonight with it. I have some salsa and cheese in the fridge, so I think I'm going to make salsa cheese tater tots, maybe with some ranch. I have to make sure our ranch doesn't have MSG. I think it's Parmesan ranch from from Olive Garden, and I don't think it has MSG. So I might make some of those and have a smaller piece of lasagna tonight and a bigger portion of tater tots. It kind of sounds really good right now. I love tater tots. I have always loved tater tots. So I think that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Hello, Michelle. How's everything for you, Michelle? I hope you all are okay. I know it's terrible over there. I hope you are all okay. Mary Jane is here, says hello, William and everyone. Thank you for joining us, Mary Jane. I know you like glass. I have a few pieces of some pretty old glass tonight, and I also have some kind of really nice pieces of some lampwork glass to show y'all. So you might really like this one. I also have loose gemstones tonight. A lot of people last night were requesting some more loose I shouldn't say a lot, and it wasn't last night, it was Tuesday. But I asked, what do y'all want to see more of? And some people were saying more loose gemstones. So I got more loose gemstones for y'all tonight at good prices. So it's easy peasy to grab those. And I have some more pearls tonight. And what else? Strands of gemstones, I think. Yeah, I got a few strands of gemstones, some nicer ones and some, less expensive ones. So I think we got a good price gamut here tonight, probably spanning from about $1 each to probably $60 or something like that, somewhere in there. So I think it's really good, with most of them probably coming in on that lower, below $10, because they're going to be loose gemstones. Susie said cold and more snow in the way. I know, that's what you said. Susie's been keeping me up to date, concerned about Andrew coming, and I don't know what's happening. He's supposed to, I think, leave around 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. from down there. I don't know when the snow's coming across the country, but that would get him home around 5 or 6, I think, if he's able to just drive straight through and not have too much going on. But we'll see. We'll see. Suzanne says we're having flooding rain, then more cold. Oh, flooding rain. What is going on? So much going on. People need rain in other places. People need some cold, some warmth around here. It's cold here today. It's 15 degrees right now. And earlier today it was 20 with a real feel of 17 when I was talking with Andrew around 2 o'clock this afternoon. So kind of the hottest part of the day, it felt like 17 degrees here. It's cold. Let's see here. Michelle says I'm on as long as I can. Donna says, ooh, king cake. Michelle says I needed a break. Anna is here. Hello, Anna. Said heading over to YouTube. How was ceramics, William? I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Suzanne says I like lasagna and tater tots. Me too. I love lasagna. I'm a little picky about lasagna, to be honest, because I do like it a lot, and it's one of the things that I make that I actually like, that I make. Like, I like how I make it. I like lasagna that's quite saucy. I don't want it has to be very saucy, right? But when it's too doughy, like sometimes the noodles are too thick or too doughy, or I don't like that. So I put a lot of sauce, a lot of cheese in mine, and I like it that way. That usually means that it's very hard to serve, because it's usually quite messy. If you get it just right, it'll stand, and if you let it cool down enough, it'll stand. But I usually end up taking mine and put it in the microwave when I reheat it, and then I just cut it all up and mash it up, and that's how I eat my lasagna, because there's no point. It's not going to hold all together after it gets reheated like that. There's Anna over on YouTube. Donna says, William, I love tater tots too. Mary Jane loves tots too, right? Mary Jane says, yay. Suzanne says, sounds good. Anna says, love tater tots too. Hello, Susie. Susie Wyatt coming in from Florida. How was you had the walkthrough today, right? Did you have your inspection today? I thought you said your inspection was today, maybe, for your apartment. How did that go? Michelle says, oops. I didn't realize how far behind I was. Michelle says, we are safe. Multiple fires keep popping up, but where we are, they put them out right away. The current fires, West Hills isn't near us. That's good. I mean, it's not good, but it's good they're not near you. I hope you're all doing okay. Suzanne says, you always have good prices. Yeah, we try, probably too good for our own good sometimes, but we do what we can. We just want to stay in business and spread the love. Michelle says, not getting much sleep. Of course, I'm sure you're not. Concerned all the time. Norma is with us. Hello, Norma. Thank you so much. Donna says, Michelle, I don't think I could either. Yeah, I would not be I would only be sleeping out of exhaustion if that was happening around here. I'd be way too concerned about everything. Suzanne says, yes, we need to send the rain to California. I know. That's where they need it, right? Right now, drop the rain on California. Mary Jane says, prayers for everyone. We need it. I know. Michelle says, I hope everyone stays safe with whatever they are dealing with. Yeah, it's a lot going on everywhere. Flooding, rain, snow, ice. There's a lot going on that people need to stay safe. Don't go out mostly unless you need to. Shop from your local small business online if you need to, right? That's allegorygallery.com, even if we're not local. Let's see here. Norma says, the storm is moving through Kentucky tomorrow starting around 7 or 8 a.m. That's what I thought it was going to be early. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen for Andrew coming back. He's probably, I would assume he's still going to try, but I'm not 100% sure. Donna's making white chicken spinach lasagna next week. I love lasagna. Yeah, my lasagna has kept me going all week. I've mostly ate it for lunch, mostly dinner, but some lunches, some breakfasts too. But I've been trying to have like oatmeal and a banana for breakfast and be a little bit better than just lasagna every day, all day. And yesterday and a few days, I had a salad with my lasagna. And tonight, I think I'm going to do the tater tots. Norma says, just finished making blue cheese burgers and tater tots for dinner. Nice. I do love a blue cheeseburger. I do. Put some blue cheese on there. Put some tomatoes. I like a lot of stuff in my burger. In short, onions, tomatoes, lettuce. Put some blue cheese on there. Put some ketchup. Put all the good stuff on there. Let's see. Anne says, I never heard of white lasagna, and someone served it to me once. I bit into it, was like, OMG, what's this? Yeah, I do like a white lasagna too. I don't make a white lasagna. I'm not good at making a white sauce. My white sauce is, I don't know. I never feel like it's cheesy enough. Or garlic, like I know some of them, they're supposed to be like cheesy garlic. At least that's the white, it's like white pizza. It's like the white lasagna I've had before. But my white sauce is I'm not great at that. Especially to make it in a big enough quantity to make the size of lasagna I normally make. But I do love a good white lasagna. And I've had white lasagnas with like crazy kinds of vegetables in it. Like some people put like broccoli and carrots and what else was in it? I don't know. Mushrooms, of course. So I don't know what y'all kind of white lasagnas you make, but yeah. I tend to stick to the regular lasagnas unless it's a meat sauce. Sometimes you go to a restaurant, they only have the meat sauce, and I don't eat that. Susan joined us. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining in. Donna says, Anne, I've never made it, but it can't be too hard. I have a really yummy regular lasagna recipe. That's good. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. Anna says, hi all, I love carbs, right? I never thought I was much of a carb person, but that was when I ate meat. When I used to eat meat, and when I lived in New York and was in college, maybe college, I would have pizza and stuff once in a while, but I mainly ate meat. A lot of chicken, a lot of beef, I would have a potato, which I guess is a carb, but mostly meat and vegetables. And I did not eat a lot of bread. I didn't eat a lot of cakes and cookies and things like that. And once we switched to vegetarianism, we kind of I eat a lot more carbs now. I eat a lot more carbs now, but I think it's to take the place of some things. Yeah. Mary just said, I would be crying and praying if you were there. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard. Susan says, I like tater tots, but the hubs loves them. Smokey At likes to play with them, not eat them. Yeah, I kind of love tater tots. I really do. And it's, I like them nice and crispy. I like them a little bit salty. I like the seasoned ones, and then I put cheese on them and salsa on them and ranch usually, and I make a whole thing. And I could eat just a bowl full of that. That could be dinner, and it might be. And then I'll probably come back for some lasagna after. Donna says, Mary Jane, me too. I do that when we have tornado warnings in central Alabama, right? Yeah. Anna says, Susan says, Anna, I'm the same. I love carbs, but they don't love me back. Yeah. They're not great for inflammation and stuff, right? So I know that my mom is she's trying to push for a no carb diet or very low carb diet to help some of the inflammation for her and with arthritis and things like that. And it's been helping a lot, which is kind of amazing, the change that she has felt in doing that. So, but she also eats meat. So it's easier for her, I think, than people who are vegetarians a little bit. Susie says, didn't quite get finished. Walkthrough is going to be tomorrow afternoon. Okay. Well, hopefully it all goes well for you. We'll check in tomorrow evening. She also says, I love white veggie lasagna, right? It's good. Sorry if I'm missing comments because this thing keeps skipping. Donna says, eggplant in your white veggie. I don't think I've ever had that. I'm not an eggplant fan though. Generally, I don't know why. I like zucchini. I love zucchini. I grew up on zucchini. I never grew up on eggplants. We didn't have an eggplant. I never tasted an eggplant probably till my 20s. So I'm not I don't know. Maybe I just because I say I'm not, but or I had them. I think the first time I had them, they weren't great, and from ever then I've been saying I'm not. But that's kind of like my whole crochet story about how I said I was terrible, and I'm really not. Apparently, I'm doing okay with it. So maybe I like it. Maybe I love eggplant. I just haven't given it the right chance yet. Suzanne says broccoli. Yeah, there was broccoli in that lasagna. It was very soft. They had definitely steamed it or something to get it very soft, but there was broccoli in the lasagna. It's very strange. Anne says, I find the white lasagna too rich. It often is. To me, it's sometimes, depending on how you do it, and that's why I don't make them very often, it seems all the same, right? Kind of seems all the same. Whereas, I don't know, I guess, I think the red sauce cuts the lasagna, so you have the sauce and you have the cheese, whereas the white lasagna, the sauce kind of is cheesy too, at least I've had it, so it's very rich. And not to cut any, y'all make good white lasagna, I'd love to try it, but generally white lasagna, I'm not. I'll eat it if that's the only lasagna, but generally I'll pick a red sauce lasagna, like I said. Michelle says, we have 2 places to go out of state if we have to. We also have family in San Diego. It's good you have places to go. Not that you want to leave your stuff and your place behind, but you definitely need, if you need to get out, you need to get out. But that's good that you do have places that you can go. That's important. I know my friend he is traveling right now, but his apartment is in the evacuation zone. Um, I don't think he lives there very often. He mostly does a lot of travel. He does EDM music, and he has a whole thing going on with that. Big presence online and all that. So he travels all over the world for the most part, and I don't think he's actually very stationary very long. But he was just saying he showed pictures. He was flying over California, and he showed pictures from the plane, and um, he said that his apartment was now in the evacuation zone. So um, I feel for him too, because I don't think he's not going to be able to be there to take anything out of his apartment if he needs to. Let's see here. Michelle says there are phone numbers the news stations keep posting. There are thousands without a home that will need items, especially with kids. Yeah, it's terrible. It's really terrible. Susan says, Donna, during tornado season, I keep a box packed with important stuff in case we have to run downstairs. That's a good idea. Somebody was telling me, we were talking about it at Pottery last night, how different depending on where you are in the world, there are different things that people tell you to do. So like if you're near places that flood, of course they tell you to put things up high as you can. If you're in places where they're near fires, they tell you to try to put as much of your belongings sealed up, or things that can't things that would be safe to put them in water, like in a pool if you have a pool, um, or in a tub, depending on what it is, in case that way they wouldn't burn. And all these different things that people were talking about, all these tips that they've learned from watching a lot of these shows, and these survival kind of things. And it's really interesting. Like they also talk about like things that are flammable to try to keep them to the center of your house, so that if the fires are coming out from the outside, hopefully they won't hit those, and give you time to get out if you need to. It's very interesting, but it's a shame we have to think like that. Donna says eggplant parmesan. It's delicious, but I've always loved eggplant. Yeah, I've had eggplant parmesan lots of times, and I've never cared for it. Never really cared for it. Mary Jane says I've never had eggplant. Yeah, see. Brooke says sometimes I'll roast eggplant and zucchini slices and use those as middle noodle layers of lasagna. I've seen that. I use somebody I knew used to do a vegetarian lasagna, and they often use zucchini strips, the long strips of zucchini, like the slices, as the layers for the noodles. I don't have that much energy, maybe, to do that. I just make the noodles. And I will say, I think, I don't know who created oven-ready noodles, but I wish they would have never done it. It seems like a lot of times the only noodles I can find are the oven-ready noodles for lasagna anymore, and I hate them. I hate them. I would rather cook my noodles on the stove and then have a regular noodle rather than use oven-ready noodles, because it never comes out the right way. I had to use them this time, and when I first and I put lots of sauce on the noodles, because they say you have to add extra water or extra milk. You're supposed to. I just put a lot of sauce on the bottom of the noodle and the top of the noodle so that it hopefully soaks in and gets, permeated. But when I took that lasagna out of the oven this time, those noodles were still hard. It wasn't, and I ate them still. I mean, they were flexible, but they weren't ready. But by the time I put it in the fridge overnight, and by the time I pulled it back out, they had gotten soft. But I hate oven-ready noodles. Just give me regular lasagna noodles. Anyway. Susan says, so when are you making that raven for Andrew? That's going to be quite a while. I don't think that's going to be something I will be doing anytime soon. I worked on, I'll show you, I worked on some of my crochet. So I just started crochet and literally just started. And I worked on some last night. I thought I'd get home from pottery, I'd eat quick, and then I'd have all this time to do crochet. Well, it became about 2 in the morning, and I finally got to bed and started working on some crochet, and I was worn out. So it was like 1:30. So I spent like maybe a half hour or 45 minutes doing crochet, and then I passed out. So I didn't get very much more done, but what I did get done, it was kind of annoying me. I was just not, sometimes it would flow, and then sometimes it just would not. And our friend Jen told me that she does not like the bamboo um, uh, hooks like the one I'm using, and that might be a thing. I might need to get a metal one to see, because I think it's catching weirdly, and I think it would be easier for me if I had a metal one, maybe. So I think I need to pick up a metal hook. But my scarf is taking enough time. I don't think it's going to be quite a while before I can make animals. But it was cute, wasn't it? That was super cute. Andrew shared a this little raven plushy thing, little raven plushy doll thing that was made out of crochet, and it was super cute. Lena says, I love eggplant. It can taste really different depending on how it's prepared. Also different varieties, like for Asian food. Yeah, I don't know that I've had a lot of different varieties. I know there are some. I've had mainly the main eggplant, and I know you're supposed, like Andrew talks about, you're supposed to soak it and salt it and or whatever. I just I don't know. I'll take a good zucchini any day over an eggplant. No question. No question. Anna says, I've been trying hard to eat low carb, but I have to find alternatives for carb cravings. That's the hard part. That is the hard part. Get those cravings, because you're going to get the carb cravings and you're going to replace it with something. And a lot of times it's something sugary instead, which is, the sugar is no good for you either. That's what I do anyway. Yeah. Let's see here. Michelle says Altadena or Palisades. I don't know, Michelle. I don't actually know. I've never visited him, so I don't know where he is. I just know that he had mentioned that he in his stories that he posted, that it was in the evacuation zone. As soon as I checked on Barb's brother Tom, he's hours away, so he's good. That's good. I forgot he was still over there. I know he used to travel a lot, but he is kind of there now. Sue says it's mind-boggling to think about these tips, right? It really is. Michelle says what's also really bad is many insurance companies bailed shortly before these fires. I've heard that too from people, that insurance companies are planning not to cover some of this, or a lot of this. Suzanne asked if you've had Japanese eggplant. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. If I have, maybe I didn't realize I did. Michelle says, our apartment actually makes you get insurance, so we have it. Yeah, when we used to rent, we would always try and get, I would always try and get renter's insurance, just to have something extra just in case, because that was always recommended. So when I rented in New York, I always tried to get renter's insurance. Brooke, hey Brooke, says bamboo really sticks to the yarn if knitting needles are anything to go by. I use metal needles because I already keep the yarn held tight. Yeah, that's my problem is the very last, I'm doing a double, half double stitch. And when you do a half double, you have to pull the yarn through three different circles, or three different rounds of the yarn, or loops of the yarn. And the first two are generally okay, but the last one I'm always very tight on. And that's the one I start from too, so I'm keeping it tight. And I like the look of it when it's tighter, I've tried to do some that are a little bit looser, and I don't like how it ends up looking. So I'm trying to keep it tight, but it keeps almost fraying the yarn when I'm pulling it through. So I think I do need to get a metal crochet hook. I only got the bamboo one. Well, one, I like bamboo. I like the idea of it. But and it seemed smooth, but I think it's just because they can, like, you can see it's cut out here. I think it's just, I don't know. I think I need to try a metal one to see if that works. Anna says, when you're tired is not the time to crochet. I know. There were moments last night that it almost got thrown across the room because I had to take out the knot, put it back, take it back out, take it back out. There was some I had to do over and over. It was getting tiring, and I was already tired. Suzanne says, found a non-alcoholic beer that actually tastes good. That's good. I've heard that that's a hard thing to do. I don't like beer at all. I'm not a beer drinker. I've never really cared for beer much. Andrew did. He used to like beers and different kinds of beers. I was never big on beer. I just never liked it. I think it goes back. I think I have a bad association with it because my dad was an alcoholic. I should say is still an alcoholic, right? And you don't quit that. But we would go out to bars and stuff, and people would be drinking beer, and I could smell it, and it just has a bad connotation for me, and I think it's more that than anything. I've been able to drink some, and I have tried it over and over again. Sometimes when you're in college and you're going to the parties, sometimes that's all they have. So, and of course, you're not going to turn it down. So I have had beer, but I've never actually tried non-alcoholic beer. I've never actually tried it because I've heard that there's no point. If I don't like beer already, there's no point in trying that because I've heard sometimes they're kind of a little terrible. Sue says, I can sympathize with all of the SoCat people affected by the fire. My neighborhood had a home fire a few doors down, and it quickly spread to the homes on either side. Yeah, that's so scary. So scary. Anna says, I love bamboo knitting needles, but not sure how crochet hook would work. Metal makes stitches slide off easier. See, that's the thing. I don't know. I feel like maybe a metal one might have a better depth or grab of the yarn. Like, this is not very deep, and I know they're supposed to be standardized, but I just feel like if it were a little bit not as, they have to probably make it a certain size so it's strong enough. I don't know. I feel like if this were a little bit smaller, maybe I just need a smaller needle. I got the 6mm because that's what I thought the yarn said. It actually does say that. That's so weird. Wait. Yeah, so here's what it said. It said to get a 6mm. So I got a 6mm. They didn't have a metal one in 6mm. They were all sold out. So because it says, I don't know if you can see, it says to do 6mm there. But when I look here, it says 5.5mm. And I honestly do think that 5.5mm, even though it's not much smaller, I think if I had a smaller hook, I'd be better off. So I don't know why the yarn said two different things, but it does. So I probably picked the wrong one for me. Let's see here. Oops. Comments are jumping. Sorry, everybody. Let me scroll back to where I was. Susan says, although I live in a big beer town, I never acquired a taste for beer. Yeah. Donna says, I've never liked beer either. Yeah, it's It's difficult. I don't like it. I've tried to like it. I really have. I've given it the college try, literally. Um, people are evacuating. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible what's going on out in the world. And so much. California's getting hit so much by things this year. Well, last year, this year. Really hard. Okay. So, how's everyone else doing? What's going on? You have any plans for Friday, for tomorrow? Any plans for the weekend? I should be here tomorrow for the live. I might be a little late. We'll see. Because depending on the weather, I don't know. Susie said, let me know that the weather is supposed to be pretty good tomorrow, except in the evening. So I have to see when that's actually coming through. Whether I'm going to open the store tomorrow. I feel bad if I don't, because I didn't open the store all last weekend. So I feel like I should go up, but if the weather's bad, I don't want people to even try coming out. So depending on what's going on, if I'm at the store tomorrow, sometimes depending on how long it's going to take me to get home, depending on the weather and what's happening, the live might be a little late tomorrow. We'll see. So if you don't see me pop on around 7:30 tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to set up a preset one. Like I didn't set up a preset one today. I'm probably not going to set up a preset one tomorrow, because if I don't get on at 7:30, people wonder what happened. But I'm going to go live when I can, whenever I get home, whenever that is. So hopefully you'll be able to join me and hang out. Mary Jane says, I don't like beer or any alcohol. Oh, I used to like alcohol. Probably too much. I never had a problem stopping or anything like that, but I had a good time in college, and in New York, when we were in New York, with the drinking. But yeah, I don't like whiskeys. I don't like cognacs. I don't like sherries, things like that. But wine and vodka and some rum, depending on how it was mixed with what, some liqueurs, those were my friends for a while. But I don't drink anymore. Sometimes we'll have a glass or two on a special occasion, but I have found that it makes my anxiety generally too bad the next day. Anxiety/depression. It is not good for me. The next 2 days after I drink, I'm generally quite depressed or anxious. And it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Sometimes if we're out at an event, I will have a drink or two, because I am socially anxious, and it does help me, but I usually feel worse the next day. So even that is one of those things. It seems good in the moment, but it is generally not in the aftermath. Anne's going to visit her parents. My dad got a tablet, and I went to help him use. That's nice. That's nice. Get it set up, get it ready. Generally, my mom has me help her set things up. My aunt, my mom. I'm the tech person too. Get them all set up so that they know what they're doing. We really need to visit Andrew's mom at some point to try and get her technology a little bit back. We had a Netflix plan for her, and apparently somebody signed out of her Netflix plan at her house, and we've been paying for it for nothing. So we didn't know that until recently, so canceled it for now. And we got to get down there and get her set back up again. The Hubs and I have been ping-ponging a bug for about a week, and he's been bringing classic Godzilla, or binging classic Godzilla movies. Nice. Not nice that you've been not feeling well, but I've never watched the classic ones, but I bet that's fun, actually. Susie says, I'm going to go look for a couch and then go to a gem and mineral show at the Coliseum tomorrow. Nice. That should be fun. A nice day out, right? Let's see here. Donna says, not exactly thrilled about our weather tomorrow. Wintry mix and then rain. Yeah, I don't even know. I just, Susie said that we were going to be having some bad winter weather tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be cold tomorrow, down to 8 degrees. 8 degrees. That's actually tonight. 4 a.m. tonight. It's going to be 8 degrees here. I'm just looking now. Until 7 p.m. tomorrow. So 7 p.m. is when we're going to start getting bad weather here. 3 to 6 inches and high wind gusts. But that's from 7 p.m. tomorrow until 1 a.m. Sunday. So that's over the course of like a day and a half. That may not be too bad. We'll see. We'll see. Donna says, I'm not a fan of alcohol at all. Maybe some wine occasionally. I used to love wine. I really loved wine. Like, I loved drier wines. I loved fruity wines. And then they started giving me a headache. Most wines would give me a headache after a glass or two. And I just had to, I gave up wine for the most part pretty early. Even it was pretty easy to give up, especially when my doctor said it would help my anxiety, and it did. But it was pretty easy to give up because I was getting headaches like after every time I drink, and not a lot, just a little. And so that was not great. And my mom, the same thing started happening to her and my aunt. We used to all go to wine shows together, and we buy too much wine probably, but we'd have bottles of wine for all year long. And we try and support all the local wineries, but we all end up with headaches now. Suzanne says, non-alcoholic wine is not good tasting. I've never tried that either. I feel like there are so many things to drink that I don't feel the need to drink a non-alcoholic wine. I have tried, like, we went to some places that had like organic wines, like I shouldn't do this. They were organic wines. They were terrible. And I hate to say that, but they were not great. We did not buy many of those at all. None, actually. Susan says, for no reason, I stopped drinking a few years ago and I don't miss it. Now chocolate and most sweets are next to impossible for me to give up. Yeah, when I did stop drinking, I will say that I picked up eating more sweets. I don't know if that was a thing, but yeah, it kind of, I think in some ways became a replacement. So I'm trying to lay off a little bit. And I lost the YouTube connection for a bit. Oh no. Oh no. Suzanne has a book club meeting on Saturday. Hopefully you'll be able to go. Hopefully the weather will be okay. Donna says, I'm staying in snuggling with my dog. I do have to walk the dog and I do have snow boots. That's good. That's one thing. Like, I don't have a problem with dogs. Andrew's not a fan because he had a childhood trauma incident with a dog, but I had dogs growing up. I loved dogs growing up. But our dogs growing up, we lived in the country, so far in the country that you just opened your door and the dog ran through the fields and ran out of the house, and you did not have to go walk your dog. I never grew up walking a dog. And so that would not be, maybe it would be great for me. Maybe I should have a dog, and then I'd have to get up at a certain time because the dog would need to be walked, and maybe that would get my morning person phase that I want to be in going easier, but that'd be a rough one. The cats have been trained. They know when I get up. They eat when I get up. They're on my schedule. So they're fine. But a dog having to go walk, I don't know. Little movies are a hoot. Suzanne says 8. What is 8? I don't know what I've talked about now. Michelle says her YouTube went out too. Fun fact, early Godzilla movies are modeled after cats. Or early Godzilla models are modeled after cats. That's cool. I did not know that. That's super cute. Norma says, I'm hibernating with books and TV until Sunday because of the snowstorm tomorrow into Saturday. Snow doesn't actually bother me much, but I don't trust my neighbors driving. I don't trust a lot of people driving. Generally, when I'm driving through the snow, I stay as far away from other drivers as I possibly can. I definitely try to stay away from people on the highways. I do not trust how people drive generally. And I don't know why. Oh, Suzanne says 8 degrees. Yes, 8 degrees tonight. 4 a.m. tonight. It's going to go down to 8 degrees. And that's not the feels like. I'm sure it's going to feel colder, but that's just what it actually is supposed to be. But yeah, I don't understand why people in the winter don't give people more leeway when driving. It's like you should give people more room because you never know who's going to start sliding or skidding around, and you want to be far enough away that you're not going to get pulled into that if it does happen. But people will still ride the back end of your car, and I don't know why. I don't know why. So I'll slow down. I'll make them pass me if I can. Sometimes I pull over. I'd rather people just not be right beside me because you never know whether a deer jumps out, because there are a lot of deer around here. A deer jumps out, whether you hit black ice. You just should not be driving right on someone. Donna says, we have a local winery and their wines are delicious. That's good. We have a lot of local wineries around here, and I liked so many of their wines, but they started giving me headaches. So enjoy some from me, Donna, because I do kind of miss wine, but it was not good for my anxiety, depression. Lena says, 15 bottles of wine just delivered from my father-in-law for Christmas. That's kind of nice. Get that wine delivered, right? Hopefully you like what he gets delivered for you. Susan says, William, never forget the cats train you. I don't know, because they have tried to wake me up early and I refuse, and we all go back to bed. And Barnaby now, he doesn't even try to get me up generally until I sleep past. If I sleep past my normal time, then he gets me up. But yeah, they're kind of, I don't know. They do train you to a certain point for certain things, but feeding time, I don't know. They kind of do wait till I get up. Sometimes one of them will get impatient or something, but they mostly have learned that I'm not getting up until I'm getting up, and then they'll eat. So that's just the way it is. Donna says, I'm just so used to it now. This is my second dog. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, it probably would help me because I would like to try to be more of a morning person. But it has not gone well. I thought while Andrew was gone, I was going to do all this stuff, and I was going to change my routine, and I was going to get up earlier, and I was going to do this. And I did not. I'm like, where has the week gone? The week is gone already, practically, and I have not changed anything hardly. I found some time for crochet. That's taken some of that time, but that's it. Susan says, they get my hubs up and then he wakes me up. No. That's no good. Maybe it's good. Maybe it works for you, but for me, Donna says, I'm so not a morning person, especially before I've had my coffee. I don't even drink coffee. I can't even have coffee. So yeah, I used to be able to be more of a morning person, at least tolerate it if I could have some coffee in the morning. But now I don't even drink coffee. So it has not been, it's not easy for me to be a morning person. Not one bit. Not one bit. I usually don't get up before 10 or 11, but that's because I'm usually not in bed before 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning. Yeah, that's about like the earliest I usually go to bed is 2. So if I get up at 10, that's 8 hours of sleep. But usually it's more like 3 or 4. So 10, 11 o'clock is usually when I get up. And most of the cats know I'm not getting up before then. It's just not happening. And they don't usually bother me. They come in and sleep with me and hang out. And then we all sleep in, and then we get up and we eat. Well, they eat. I don't like breakfast. Usually I have to be up for a little bit before I can tolerate breakfast. That's just always been my way. I dream of being a morning person in theory, right? In theory, I'm like, oh, I get up and just welcome the day and be so happy about it, and get all this stuff done magically in the mornings, and go to bed early and get a good night's rest and welcome a new day. It does not happen. Um, One thing for me, the world is not built for night people. So that's why I think I always feel so. I have this. I have this like self-deprecating thing because I wake up late and I stay up late, and that comes mostly from society telling us that we're doing it wrong. Because like by the time I'm actually up and moving and ready to go to work, there's already stuff that I've got to do that I haven't gotten done. Like I'm already behind. Um, like our post office closes at 4:30. So by the time I get up at 10 or 11 and I go and get things done, if I have something to drop off, it actually is difficult to get things together and get up and get my routine going. And so mostly, like when I do packages and shipping and all that, it's usually the day before stuff that gets dropped off. And then if you see your stuff shipping that same day, it does not always get shipped out that same day. It usually is the next day. Um, because I'm just getting started. And I'm like, if I go now, and then sometimes I do because I'll have like an important thing to go out in the mail. So I just got things really, you're just getting up to speed and you're just getting things going. And then I got to go to the post office, which is like a 30-minute drive. Um, it's like 15 minutes each way, 30-minute drive break in your day. And it just throws me so off all the time. So, Linus says people have different circadian rhythms. Yeah, they do, for sure. And the world is not built for night people. I will say that. I will stand my ground on that. Um, when things close at 5, my day just barely started. Like if you've been up since 7 a.m., 5 o'clock, that's a long time later. If you've been up since 11, 10 or 11, even noon, 5 o'clock comes around like that. And then everything's closed. It's very difficult. Um, and, they talk about this, like, obviously, when we were hunter gatherers and we were living out in the woods or living out, in caves, you wanted to have people who were awake at all times to guard the tribe or guard the clan. And so there are people who, obviously, it makes sense, for there to be people who are awake at night and really enjoy being awake at night, because those are the people who would watch out for everybody during the night. And then you have people who are awake during the day or in the morning hours. Um, and it completely makes sense because for a safety reason you would need that. um, I'm one of those people that I am happily awake in the night. No, happily awake, happily. um, Linda says, yep, my uncle's works third shift, sucks. Yeah, it's hard. The world is not built for that. When you're up at night and you're sleeping most of the morning away, um, it makes you feel like, I always feel very guilty when I sleep in. I'll be lucky if I got 8 hours of sleep by sleeping in. So I always feel so guilty because I feel like I'm not getting things done. I'm just getting them done in a different way from everyone else. Susan says, UPS will pick up at your home or business. I know they will. But I don't know why I don't do that, actually. I just always run things to the post office. I always have. I've never actually had them pick up. Sometimes when we were in one of the stores, I would set pickup dates for them to come pick stuff up, but I just always feel bad. I don't know. I just run stuff down. I should just have them pick up, but you know. Does anyone else remember when we used to do our biorhythms? I don't remember that, Norma. Michelle says, yep, LOL. Many places are closed early here. Many times we are awake around 3 a.m. Yeah, some people are just like that. Susan says, that's so true, Lennis. My brother was a night person. I'd be a night person, but I had 8 to 5 jobs and just adjusted to daylight hours. Yeah, you're forced to adjust. If we did not have our own business that would allow us to do this, at least to some degree, other than working a night shift, the world pretty much makes you adjust. It kind of forces you into that. Donna says, my son is a night owl and always has been. Lena says, I like getting a receipt from the post office. I don't generally need receipts from there, so that wouldn't be a big thing if they picked up. I generally don't ask for them because, for the most part, I track everything through the computer, through our app. But sometimes receipts are good. I probably should get them. Barb used to always get them, but we never needed them. It was just a bunch of paper because we just track them through the system. And luckily, we trust our post office enough. They're good people. Generally, there's never been an issue with them not scanning something or something like that. Susan says, my maternal grandmother and her sisters were night owls. They would stay up all night playing cards. Yeah, I love nighttime. It just is more natural for me until about 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, I start to die down. But it makes me feel guilty because I'm trying to rush around to either go grocery shopping or fit in all my errands before things close, and then I don't get to work until later. It's so hard. It's so hard. As much as I'm not a huge fan of Walmart, I did enjoy when they were open 24 hours because then I knew I could do all my shopping at whatever hour I wanted to. And it really did help. I just go grocery shopping and do some of those errands and office supplies and all that if I needed them in the midnight hours. And it was so much easier for me. There is data that shows if you go against your natural sleep cycle, you die about 10 years sooner. Yes, it does. I think it's 10 to 12 years. It'll take off your life if you go against it. So I am trying not to go against it. And as I'm getting older, obviously, I'm starting to need less sleep, apparently, because that happens. But I like to get my 8 hours in. And if I wake up mid-morning and I haven't slept for 8 hours, I will generally try to force myself to go back to sleep instead of just waking up. Norma says, calculating your biorhythm was a thing back in the 70s before your time, William. I used to do my charts. Nice. I've never done that. 70s wasn't much before my time. It wasn't much before my time. Just a little bit, give or take 10 years, right? So yeah, that's what I've got. Let me flip this camera around. I'm going to show you my crochet that I've been working on. Take a look at some things. And I'm not sure, Andrew was talking about maybe putting some things up tonight, but I don't know if he did or not. He was talking about trying to, I think, putting some stuff online. Let me just take a look here real quick. Nope, he did not there. Let's see, Andrew Thornton, artist. Did he put anything up there? No, he's just showed his reels so far. He was talking about maybe putting some stuff up. I don't know. I don't know if he will or not. So I wanted to check on that. But let me flip this around. I feel like it's so dark in here today. I feel like I'm living in the dark. That's the other thing. I don't get a lot of sunlight being a night person, and that does, because I have seasonal affective disorder. My doctor at one point diagnosed that, and so that is a harder thing, especially in the winter, because I definitely have that. Okay, so here, whoops, I took my, Tallulah tried to steal my crochet hook today. So here's the start of my scarf that I am working on. Let me show you. This is the yarn that I'm using, which is a really pretty multicolor yarn. And that is the start of my, what's it called? Double half stitch. Double half stitch. Which I guess has to do with the length of them. Because I was like, isn't double half technically one? Isn't that, if you have two halves, isn't that a whole? But they call it a double half stitch. And so this is my scarf so far. I had it done to about here, and I got just this much more put on last night. One row and like a quarter, a third. So I will be doing more hopefully tonight, but I want to try and get some of the kitchen cleaned up tonight. I haven't been doing my household stuff as much as I wanted to, so I want to try and clean the kitchen tonight. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. House cleaning is so what's the word? Overrated. Except it needs to be done. So I have barely cooked in there, so it's not terrible, but you know, I feel like I need to do some. But I also just want to take a shower and kind of veg out and get ready for my night. But you know, and then I don't know if you saw, I took a few days off because I just haven't, got myself together sometimes. But the beat of the day, last night I posted late last night. The beat of the day was this badger claw pendant. So these come in antique gold, antique silver, and antique copper, and they are modeled on a badger claw. And badgers are supposed to be ferocious defenders of their homes. They're kind of independent and solitary. And they carry those kind of, they symbolize those kind of characteristics. So if that feels like it fits you, you might want to add this to your talisman necklace. If you've got one. If you've not gotten one yet, maybe you should make one. I like to make them. Michelle says, was Tallulah a thief in a past life? She is a thief in this life. I don't know about a past life, but she is a thief in this life. This was in my, I usually leave this hook in the crochet so that last little bit. Because crochet, if you knit, you may not know, but crocheting to pull out the knots that you make is super easy. You just pull on the string and they all just start undoing themselves. There's no, I've heard crochet is harder, that you actually have to pick the crochet knots kind of out, or stitches. A crochet stitch, a knitting is harder to pull out. I don't know if I said that. Knitting is harder to pull out. Crochet, the stitches, you just pull the yarn and it pulls right out. So I leave the needle in so that it can't pull out. And she pulled out my needle. I thought she was going to pull the whole thing. I was like, don't you ruin my scarf. Suzanne says Cinnamon would chew on that bamboo stick. Yeah, I've been pretty lucky that they haven't really been chewing or playing too much with it. But she found it this morning on my nightstand. And so I'm a little bit concerned. Susie says honey badgers are fierce, right? That's what I've heard. Mary Jane says, love that, need one. These are available in our online store. So if you go to allegorygallery.com and you type badger, You'll see them in our online store, and you can order them there. We have them in all 3 colors. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm getting a fever. I don't know why. Let me turn on this heater a little bit more. I'm feeling a little chilly. I'm hoping I'm not coming down with anything. The only people I was around like this whole week has been my pottery people, and they didn't seem like they were sick, but maybe it's just because I'm cold and I'm talking a lot. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get over here. Didn't have Instagram. There we go. Nobody's talking on Instagram to me anyway. Suzanne says my sinuses are acting up. Mine are too. Today, like I'm always a little nasally. I've never had my nose checked, but I can barely breathe out of my nose on a good day. And I don't know if it's mostly just I'm just allergic to everything all the time, or if it's just the way it is. But today, I can feel the pressure up under my eyes and in my sinuses, and I'm very congested. I probably sound very, very nasally today. Like I said, I always feel like French was easier for me because I'm a very nasally person anyway. So speaking French was not a huge change in the nasally department. All right, let's get this party started. If you'd like to purchase from this video, take down the lot numbers. These are going to be lot numbers today. W-E. W-E. And let's see here what's going on. That's for Wonderfully Eclectic. Wonderfully Eclectic, W-E. And I'm just going to pull out of my magical bag here. Oops, it also has my apple that I didn't eat for lunch, and my banana that I didn't eat for lunch. I stopped and got a grilled cheese sandwich, though, so I did eat a little bit. Let's see here. We'll start with this. This is normally 36. I'm going to do it for 30 tonight if you want it. This is a dyed chalcedony big rock strand. This is a shorty strand, but they're big beads. This is about an 8-inch strand, so it's a half strand. It's not really a shorty. Half strand, dyed chalcedony. Suzanne says with tassels, right? Those are some worn out tassels. These are vintage. There are some really worn out tassels right there. But yes, you could steam that tassel, and you could have a nice tassel probably still out of it. Get your steamer out if you've got one. But these are honkin' big rocks of dyed chalcedony. That's a little bit of a rubber band stuck on there, looks like. I love these. I love chalcedony. We talk about that inner glow that you get with chalcedony that you don't get with a lot of other stones. They just like emanate light from the middle out, and it's a warm glow, which I really love. These are pink, yeah, baby blue and pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue. Great for if you're going to celebrate Easter or want to make something for Easter. I think that would be such a cool just make a big chunky bracelet. That's what I would probably do with it. But you can also make them independents, put them on a chain. A lot of people are doing just a single chain with a big pendant. Seems to be a thing people are doing these days. These would be great for that. You could sell them probably for $30 a necklace with that, but depending on where you are and what show you're going to. Let's see. These are generally, let me pick one, about 20.5 by 22. And that's WE1. We've got one of those available, WE1. 30 bucks. Oh, let me get my email up here. Okay, email is up. Let me check my junk. Make sure I try to clear out my junk mail here. Try and clear out my junk mail every few days. Let me make sure nobody names that I know in the junk mail. All right, good to go. I've been trying to keep up with the junk mail because sometimes I realize that some of y'all messages go to the junk mail and I don't see them for quite some time. So I'm trying to be better about checking that during the lives. It helps if I check it right then. Okay, next up, WE2. What do I got in here? This is a cool piece. I love this piece. All right. So this was a $48 piece of Lamport glass. I'm going to take it down to, let's go ahead and take a full $10 off. This is so, I love this piece. I kind of debate putting this piece up every time. I've shown it before. I kind of debate showing it because I kind of want to make something out of it myself. I just haven't gotten there yet. But I think it's such a cool piece. Look at that. WE2 was $48, now $38. I think if you turn that into a pendant, hanging it there or hanging it here, I think that could be so beautiful. I just think it's so unique. WE2, $38. Anna says those are like Easter eggs, right? They are kind of, they remind me of Easter eggs. So this is, I'm going to do this in inches because it's about 3.5 inches by about 1.25 inches. There's one of these available, and I keep saying this when I show it. I've said it before. If it doesn't sell, I'm going to keep it, and I think this is the last time I'm going to put it up for sale. So if it doesn't sell, I'm really going to keep it. Donna says WE2 is such a cool pendant, right? Michelle says, I really think people are making jewelry simple because they are charging about the same as if it was a full necklace, but for less supply. It's true. It's true. Prices have gone up quite a bit on things. Quite a bit on things. So this is the last time you're probably going to see this from us. WE2, $38. It doesn't sell. I'm going to, even if I'm just put that on a chain, and I might just put it on a chain and wear it. I think it's pretty cool. WE2. WE3. Let's see what I've got. Let's do these. Let's see how many of these I've got. These are Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye. Let's do these these are really nice. Let's do them at $4 each. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 of them. 12 of them. $4 each. Loose gemstones of Tiger Eye. And they've really got a lot of that striping. That's why they call it Tiger Eye, right? Well, it looks like a tiger's eye. It has the chatoyance. But a tiger in particular because it has that stripe. Sometimes Tiger Eye, you barely see that striping anymore. So there you go. Beautiful pieces of Tiger Eye, only $4 each. WE3. WE3. And these are drilled lengthwise, so longest side drilled through. 12 of them available. WE3, $4 each. Michelle says people are not getting a lot sometimes for their jewelry, so they make it simple. That's possibly very true, right? I think it depends where you are and what market you're in and all that stuff, but yeah. But I also think that the trend is just more simple. I don't know that people are doing that. I don't know if that's the reason, or if the reason is because the trend is. But I know simple is in right now. Our lives are complex enough, right? Maybe that's why too. People are done with the over complex for a little bit. These are beautiful aquamarine. I'm going to do this for $3 each. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 of those. 16 of those. $3 each. Beautiful aquamarine. Look at that. Look at that color. Beautiful color in aquamarine. Beautiful stones. Again, drilled lengthwise, mostly. WE4. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you, Mary Jane. It says bless you. These are big fluorite. I sell these for more than this in the store, but I'm going to do... So these, I think, I sell for generally about $6 in the store. The big fluorite nuggets. They're a little bit more clear in the store, so I'm going to do these for $3 each. And there's 5 of these available. Michelle says, bless you, remember to take your allergy medication. Yeah, I don't know if I took my allergy pill. Usually I take it at night to help me sleep, but I usually take like 2 to 3 allergy pills, and I have not been taking them as much lately. This is green fluorite. Look how beautiful. It's almost blue, some of it. Like this one, you can see some of that blue. And even in here, it's so deep. It's such a pretty color. WE5, $3 each. $3 each. Green fluorite. Let me give you a size on these two. This is approximately about 20 and a half by 23 and a half. Susie says, the daughter of a friend who owns a crystal shop says that the younger generation wants small and simple jewelry. So if you're trying to attract younger clientele, keep it simple. It's true. So we see the kids, there's a lot of kids in our new neighborhood where we're at in Johnstown now, and they all like the simple stuff. They all like the simple stuff. I'm going to do these at $4 each only. There are 4 of them available. WE6, big amethyst. Faceted nuggets of amethyst. We've sold one of the WE5s. Thank you so much. WE6 is the amethyst. 4 of those available. These are approximately, I'll just grab one, 25 by 23, let's say. 25 by 23 millimeters. Those are super pretty. WE6. Only $4. I would definitely have these more in the store, for sure. Susan says, love fluorite. For those of us who are into crystals, fluorite is supposed to help with infections. I also believe in science and go to doctors, right? You can believe in more than one thing, right? Anne says, I'm just not much of a fan. I'm just not as much a fan of the simple stuff. I got into jewelry because I love beads. Yeah, I know. The simple stuff's hard for me, too. I like to make it ornate or add a lot of stuff to mine. You've seen mine. They're always messy things. I love them, but it is helpful for people starting out, for sure, to be able to. Let's do this one. It's helpful for people starting out making jewelry. It's easier to make things that are simple sometimes. Sometimes, I don't know, not always. But I think people get fearful of trying to make it too, you know, they think it is too much to have to do. Let's see, Michelle says, I have plans already to make letters for kids, charms, chokers, and necklaces and bracelets. Nice. This is a very large strand of pearls. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just doubled it over 8 times here, and that's 9 inches. So what's that, 72 inches? Did I do my math right? 72-inch strand of pearls. These are freshwater pearls. And they're actually knotted in between each one. You could wear this as a long, I don't know how well it might hold up though. It's knotted on silk probably, and I don't know how, these are vintage, but they are knotted in between each one, and you could wear them like that if you wanted to. These are about 8.5 by 9 millimeter pearls. You get the whole gigantic strand for $62. Was $78, bringing it down for you a little bit. It's worth more than $78 really, but hey. Maybelline says, but using an Andrew pendant on a chain is a wonderful look. I think so too, right? One of those, use one of his polymer or one of his bronze pieces on a chain. Super nice, super nice. And this is more Easter egg looking beads. What, the amethyst? I don't think the pearls quite do. They're beautiful. One strand of that. I just found a bag of stuff I was looking for earlier today. I like when that happens. I like when that happens. Let's do these. $4 each. And we have 1, 2, 3, we have 6 of them available. 6 of these available. Beautiful lavender amethyst drilled. I don't know what shape you call that. But they're beautiful. Flattened tubes. We'll call them flattened tubes. Maybelline says, but I also want to hoard my beads, right? It's fun to hoard the beads too. These are very, very light purple, very light lavender amethyst. And these are approximately 40.5 millimeters by 16 millimeters. And this is that 6 feet. 6 feet of pearls. Yep, probably. I would believe that. Let me see. Let me see. If I hold it up to me, I'm 6 feet tall. It's over 6 feet. Because it goes up to about my waist, and then it goes up to, I would say, almost a foot over my head. So, yeah. Yep. 6 feet of pearls, over 6 feet of pearls for $62 only. That's a deal. That is a deal. Let's see here. WE8. We've sold 2 of these so far. Thank you so much. Donna says, oh, I'm so guilty of hoarding my beads. Yeah. I like to hoard them. WE9. What's next? What did I do here? Ooh. Beautiful vintage. I think this is vintage German. These were $40, and that's the old price. Look at this. Here's the old price. $40 then. I'm going to mark these down to $30 and see if they will sell tonight. These are beautiful old glass beads. Large hole. Look at those holes. Well, some of them have large holes. That one has a very large hole. They do vary. That one's a large hole. Beautiful glass. These beads are approximately 15.5 millimeters by 21.5 millimeters. Only 1 strand available. This is a really, really good price. Donna says, wow, gorgeous German glass beads. Yes, they are. Thank you, Donna. These are stunning. And they are big. You know, a lot of big beads don't come out of the Czech Republic and the German. The German glass, generally, if you don't know, the German, I think it was World War II. World War II, when some of the Czech people fled to Germany, they went over there and started making glass. And that's why it's the same glass makers that made the Czech glass, but they made the German glass now because it was coming out of Germany instead. So vintage German glass is really vintage Czech glass. It's made by the same people who made Czech glass. The Czech people were Czechoslovakian people at that point, except it was made in Germany because of the war and where they had to go. So WE9, $30, 1 of 8. Maybelline says, whoa, those German purple beads are amazing. Yes, they are. Donna says, I follow some YouTubers that thrift for antiques and vintage German glass. That's cool. We had this at 62. I'm going to take it down to, let's make it an even 50. Got 1 strand of this left only. One strand left only. And it's this beautiful amethyst faceted drops. These are really, really pretty. They're deeper purple in person than they're showing on my screen. So just to let you know, WE10 was $62, taking that down to $50 for you all. This is really a magnificent strand. And they are approximately 25 millimeters by about 20.5. And the strand length is approximately 16 inches. 16 inches. WE10. One available. Let's see here. WE11. How many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of these. They're red tiger eye. I'm going to do them at $2 each. For red tiger eye. Get that beautiful deep kind of mahogany color. Beautiful. So these ones, they're faceted ovals, and they're about 20 millimeters by 15. 20 by 15. And I've got 11 of them available at $2 each. Whoa! I love these. Look at that flash. Look at that chatoyance. Really nice color in those. Ooh, nice tiger eye. I know, right? For those of you who want a different color, the red tiger eye. Let's see, what are we on? WE12. So if you all, I've heard a lot of people since I've been showing my crochet, a lot of people have decided to take up crochet recently. Have you taken up any new hobbies lately that you've been working on? This is opalite, WE12. This is opalite. This is a human-made stone made to look like opal, but it's glass, and it is beautiful. We have 4 of these available. They really glow, really pretty. WE12, $3 each. Really good vintage quality glass. Opalite. Look at that. How's Beat in the New Year coming for everyone too? These are about 15 millimeters by about 20.5. Have you done your beat in the new year today? What's everybody been working on? I hope you're working on stuff. I have not checked online yet today. Obviously, I usually don't get online before the lives really too much. Sometimes I'll jump on here and there, but not for long until after the live. Usually when I'm winding down and kind of eating dinner, then I start to peruse the Facebooks, the Facebook. But today for Beat in the New Year, it was use a natural fiber in your work. So did anyone try that out? And also yesterday, since I missed y'all, I called it Water Wednesday. Use something you'd find in the sea or ocean in your design today. We have sold out of WE12. Thank you so much. This is pretty good so far. Already posted for today 2 picks for tomorrow, and I made a piece for Saturday. Nice, you are on it. You are on it, Donna. Susan says, I need to work on my Beat in the New Year projects. I have 2 things that just need clasps. Nice. Suzanne says, are you on Blue Sky? I am personally on Blue Sky. I'm pretty sure I set up an Allegory account on Blue Sky. Let me look. Actually, I don't know if my computer here will know if I did or not. I don't think this computer has the... It's older. I don't think it's syncing my passwords, so I don't know. I don't know if it is. Let me see here. Anne says, you do have an AG Blue Sky. I thought I did. Should just be Allegory Gallery. Pretty sure that's what it always is. Anne says, I just set up today and found it. Nice. Yeah, I have one personally, and that opal guy will never be opal, sadly. No, the opalite is not opal. It is not. And that's why we never sell it as opal for sure. We've had some nice opal. We just had some nice opal on Tuesday in the show. I am WMM Jones generally on Blue Sky, and then Allegory Gallery is out there too. Susan says, I plan on doing these prompts throughout this year. That's good, and you can space them out, right? Anne says, I did today's Bead in the New Year, but I haven't gotten as much done this year as usual. I think that's been the thing. People have been a little bit behind on it. I know I wanted to try and do more of them myself, and I have not gotten around to them. But I've been creative in other ways. So I'm keeping, the whole idea behind it is we want you to stay creative and bring in the new year creatively. So as long as you're doing that, we're happy. But we like to see it. And we leave that album up all year. So you can always add to that album if you'd like to. These are little baggies of vintage Czech glass. That's $3.50 each, and there are 3 lots available. Not $3.50 a glass, $3.50 for the whole lot. Love these. Norma says, I haven't made anything since Christmas. I think I burned myself out. I need to pull out my beads and play and get started again. That's what Bead in the New Year's for. So you get prompts. Get those prompts. Get yourself creative. Get those creative juices flowing, right? Anne says, it is Allegory Gallery. Good. Are those cathedral beads? Donna asks. I believe so. I believe that's what they call that cut. A cathedral cut? Is that right? I think that's what they call those. They are WE13. There are 3 lots available. This is 1 lot. And these beads are approximately 5.5 by 6. Donna says that's what they look like. Yeah, I think they are. They're cathedral cut. WE13. These are old vintage Czech glass. I'm going to get them in this tiny little bag that they're in. We've sold 1 of these so far. We've got 2 of them still available. Thank you so much. Nora says the prompts aren't prompting anything. That's why I need to just play without thinking. Sometimes we need that too, right? Sometimes we need that too. Some people like the structured way of doing it. Some people prefer not to. I do have a hard time with prompts. We do the Bead in the New Year because it seems like people like the prompts. I have a harder time, but I think that's because I don't make as much in general, as often. Let me see what's going on here. I know I had. bring them. There they are. This is $6. There's only one of them available. WE14. This is a cathedral cut. Mary Jane says, did you get mine having trouble with email? I've gotten nothing from you, Mary Jane. Not a thing tonight. Let me check my email again. Let me force a reload of my email. But I've seen nothing from you, unfortunately, tonight. These are larger cathedral cuts. One strand available, $6. Susan says, Norma, do what I'm doing. Work on them at your own pace throughout all of 2025, right? Do that. Michelle says, it helps to just pull out a bunch of beads out and just play, Norma. I do that when I want to be creative and play my favorite music, right? This is a whole strand. These are larger. These ones come in at 8 millimeters by 8 millimeters. Anna says, yes, they are cathedral cut. I think is Anna a little bit watching in behind a little bit? Mary Jane, what are you looking for? Says, can you put me for one? I don't know what's going on. Which one, Mary Jane? Oops. Let me know what lot numbers. 14 has just sold. Thank you so much. I think some people are behind too. Make sure, I think YouTube was having problems. Okay, Mary Jane wants a WE13. let me write that down. I will do it since you're having email issues. WE13. Was there anything else today, Mary Jane, that you tried to get? Let me know. What's going on here? I have a little baggie. I don't know why. Okay. And WE14, that one has sold. Thank you so much. That's a good deal. Somebody got a good deal on that one. These are all good deals. We'll give you good deals. Okay. WE15. This is kind of different. This was $10. I'm going to take it down to, let's do it for 8. And this is a whole lot of vintage resin in different shapes. I've got this kind of garlic shape. I think that's really cool. Looks like a clove or cloves of garlic. What do you call the garlic when this? What do you call this? The main bunch of garlic. You got separate cloves, right? But what is this? And then you've got some odd shaped ones like that. You've got the big round one. You've got these ones. You've got these. You've got a bulb. Yes, the bulb. Thank you. A bulb of garlic. I could not think of it. Thank you. Hey, Kathleen. Thank you for joining us. Yes, bulb of garlic. So there you go. That's really unusual. That itself is probably worth the $8. Because where are you going to see that again? Where are you going to see vintage acrylic in a garlic bulb shape? So there it is, WE15, $8. Kathleen, have you tuned in before? I don't recognize. Where are you from? Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. We like seeing new people pop up. I feel like I've seen your name before. W-E. All right, what's next? Anna says, LOL, garlic. Perfect for Halloween to keep away vampires, right? Why not? Why not? Eileen says, no, you just popped up on my feed. I'm from New York. Nice. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're enjoying. We are a little bead store in Pennsylvania, and we sell every weekday starting at 7:30. We have a chat and a live, and we hang out and we sell stuff, and we talk for about an hour before. It's usually always like an hour before, and then we hang out and sell stuff. So that's what we're doing now. I'm going to give you a really good discount. I've only got one of these left. This is already made into a necklace. This is Peach Moonstone Smooth Rondelles. I'm selling it to you pretty much for the strand, not counting that it's already a necklace and a finished piece. Because honestly, probably you'd want to restring this. It is on a slip knot, or one of these. They make one of these, but it's got tassels in the end. But you're probably going to restring it, do something else with it. But it's really pretty peach moonstone, really nice quality peach moonstone, good color, good chatoyance in that stone. And so from $60, taking it down to $42 because we've only got one left. This is a full 16-inch strand, and these are approximately 8 millimeters, 8-millimeter beads. Peach moonstone. You like peach moonstone? I love peach moonstone. It's such a warm stone. Color-wise, it's got good energy to it. WE16, $42. That's good to know that Facebook is popping us up on people's feeds. For the longest time, it's been so hard to get any sharing done on the social media platforms. So I like that I popped up for you, Kathleen. All right, this is a little pendant. We're going to do this at $7. $7. I think this is a dyed quartz. I think it's a blue quartz. I don't think it's a blue topaz. It could be, but I don't think at this price this is a blue topaz. I think it's a blue quartz. And it's a bezel set, just a little pretty little pendant. And this pendant is 13.5 by 17 millimeters. One available. Where's my penny? I must have picked up my penny again. It's in a bag somewhere. Gathered up with something, because it was right here. Let's see, what did I gather it up with? Not those, not those, not those, not that. Huh. Oh well. Sorry, everybody. So strange. Michelle says it's a pretty blue. It is a very pretty blue. How long has the penny been missing? I know some of you like the penny. It's weird. It's so weird. So bizarre. It just disappears. I'm going to go back to Back to a dime. Back to a dime for you. All right. WE17, that one has sold. Thank you so much. And I think I've got another one of those in here somewhere, something like that. Where are you? May as well do them both. There it is. That's this one. This is $10. It's a little bit bigger. Done with a silver surround. And I believe this is dyed chalcedony. Chalcedony. Pretty sure. And this one is approximately 13.2 by 28.5. So about 13 by 28. WE18, $10 for that pendant. One available. WE 19. This was 16. I'm just gonna bring it down to 10. $10. See if it sells. It's a carved pendant or connector. And it has holes on all sides. One there, one there, one there, one there. You can use it however you'd like. To me, it looks like an elephant in a jungle. And on this side, just large flowers. Carved jade. I think it's carved jade. Yeah, carved jade. WE19. $10. This is about 2 1/4 by, at the widest, about 1.5 inches. Hand carved. $10. And that one is sold. Thank you so much. What do you want more of, everybody? How about some turquoise? These are going to be $14 each. We have 6 of them available. Turquoise rounds. Beautiful turquoise. And these are approximately 18 millimeters. Some have less veining on them, like these two. The rest of them have pretty good amounts. Depends what you like. I like to see more of the veining on mine usually, but some people might want them more simple. $14 each. Beautiful turquoise. WE20. 6 of them available. Let's see here. I'm going to turn my heater down now a little bit. One moment. One moment, please. It's getting a little too warm in here now. All right. Michelle says, YouTube keeps buffering. Is it for everyone? Maybe that's, people are behind. People watching YouTube seem to be falling behind. Let's see, we've sold 2 of the 20s. Thank you so much. This is microfaceted fluorite. And I'm going to do this one for, let's just make it an even 10. $10. Microfaceted fluorite. Mary Jane says, I want to see glass, but my email is not working, so I'll miss out. I don't want you to miss out. WE21, microfaceted fluorite, beautiful color. $10 for the strand. And this strand is about 13 inches. 12 and a half, 13 inches. Mary Jane says, yes, it is. Her YouTube's buffering too. I don't know what's going on tonight. Something in the air. YouTube is a little glitchy here too, says Susan. Is it just me? Is it mine? Let me make sure I'm on my Wi-Fi, but hopefully, is Facebook glitchy? Anybody out there watching on Facebook? Have I been glitchy on Facebook? I don't know if anyone's watching us on Facebook. Suzanne, I think, is watching or was watching on Facebook. Am I glitchy out there on Facebook, or is it just YouTube? Maybelline, we are now on item 21. Yes. You're up to date, Maybelline. Anne says, my YouTube is not buffering for me. Okay, so it's not me then. If there's at least one person out there that isn't being glitchy, then that means it's not me. Let me see something else too. Oh no. Susan says Facebook is okay. Susie's on Facebook or on YouTube and not having any issues. Okay. Well then, it's not me at least. That makes me feel better. Let's see what I've got here. Digging through my stash. This is WE22. I'm going to do this at let me look at this. I think I'm going to give you a really good price on this. I'm going to do this at 26. I think that's a really good price. This is lampwork glass. Beautiful lampwork glass. The hole goes this way. $26. WE22. Look at all that design work in that. WE22. One of those available. $26. This one is approximately 33 by 25. WE22. One available. I love that. Love that one. Norma says WE22 is really unusual, right? And that one has just sold. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I gave you a really good price on that. I don't think we've ever offered that one before. I'm hoping Andrew's not going to be upset. I found a bag that's marked art beads, and he told me he was separating things for me, so I'm hoping that it's okay that I'm using them now. We shall see how much trouble I get into. WE, WE23. I'm just going to keep going with some of these because, yeah, why not? I'm going to do this one at 24. I know these are really good prices. Susan asks, who's the artist on 22? That's the thing I don't know. I don't know the artist on these. He doesn't have them marked. I'm not sure that he still knows the artist on these. If they're marked, I'll tell you, but these are various lamp work that he's collected over the years. And sometimes he collects, like he always says he collects, and he used to collect before he would get names, or he'd trade with people and not always know. So this is another beautiful, unusual lampwork glass. I love this. It almost looks like wood kind of around here, or stone, like a jasper. And then these dots. WE23, 33 by 29. And that one has sold. Thank you so much. What kind of stone was the carved elephant? Asked Suzanne. I believe it is a jade. I believe it is a jade stone. That's what it's marked. It might be a dyed jade, but it was marked as a jade stone. Ooh. This one, I'm going to do this one at 26. WE24, $26. Mary Jane says, wasn't me, just one of my email. Yes, Mary Jane, I got your email. I got your email. So you got it working again. This is WE24. Look how beautiful that is. Mary Jane says, yay, got to work. Good. Just immaculate craftsmanship on this. Between the blue clear glass, the stripe here, the bottom kind of beigey, bone colored, so it would go great with bone. Plus the pink dots. It's just a beautiful bead. WE24. And this one is 32.5 by 30.5. One available. Artisan lampwork glass bead. All made by hand. All made by hand. It amazes me. I tried that before. I did okay with it. I thought I really wanted to make lampwork glass beads at one point. Susan says WE22 is beautiful. It was a beautiful one, right? WE25. Those were all beautiful. Those were some really nice. I'm looking through this bag some more to see what else he's got in here. It's a whole bag of just art beads. Some are ceramic, some are lamp work. Let me see what he's got in here. There's some really nice stuff in here. Let's do this one. Got it at 20. Let's do it down to 18. I can't take much off of this one. It is lovely. I can't believe 24 hasn't sold. Maybe people are behind because that is so beautiful. Sometimes it amazes me, but this is WE25. This little barrel bead. Look at how beautiful those colors are. That's kind of opaly colored, beautiful colors. Stunning glass bead, handmade lampwork glass. This is coming in at 26 by 12. 26 by 12 millimeters. WE25. $18 only. $18 only. One available. I ran out of my larger bags. I have to make these cards smaller as I fit them in the bag. So sorry for the short delay. Let me see. Let me see what's next. What do I want to pick next? Oh, this is pretty. WE26. I'm going to have to keep this. I can't go lower than that. $15. Love that barrel bead, but I just have to admire it, says Maybelline. Well, you can admire it from your home too, right? We can send it to you. This is marked 15. That's how much it cost before. I can't go lower than that on this. It's so pretty. Let me get the light over it properly here. Look at that lampwork glass bead. Beautiful color. That goes really well with that fluorite we had earlier, that blue-green fluorite we had. Just about 20 millimeters by about 14. One available. WE26. Maybelline says, oh no, 26 is nice too, Sigh, right? And really well priced. Really well priced, I think. WE27. Let's see what's in this bag of goodies still. This is a pretty one. I'm going to do this one at 26. 26. WE27 is this one. Beautiful color. That could go with your Amazonite. It could go with some citrine or lemon topaz, carnelian. Check that out. Opalite. And pair really well with all of those stones. WE27, $26 only. And it is about 19.5 by 41 millimeters. Beautiful lamp work. That'd be a cool pendant right there. Pendant on a chain. Done. Easy. WE27. I would really like that. I don't have it here anymore, but that would go beautifully with that Amazonite, the faceted ovals we had the other night. I think it was Tuesday night. I bet that would look really spectacular with that, those faceted oval Amazonite beads. WE27, $26. WE28. Let's do this one for, this is one of my favorites. I'm going to do it for 20. Do it for 20. It's one of my favorites. I love this little lampwork bead. The hole goes this way, and it's kind of got that marbly jasper look, but it's got these bumps and portions that are clear that reveal the underneath color, which is that beautiful kind of rainbow of blue and orange and green. It's just such a cool bead, I think. It's so unique because it's been covered over except for the bumps, and the bumps are what reveal what color the actual glass is underneath. It's such a cool idea. And it is about 23.7 by 21.8 millimeters. And it's $20. I think that would be great as in a bracelet. As a bracelet, I think it'd be awesome. Put it with some carnelian. Ooh, love it. Okay, I gotta stop looking at it. WE28. Oh, WE27 has sold. Thank you so much. WE29. 2 more to go, folks. We're only going to 30 tonight. Only going to 30 tonight. What do I got in here? What is this? Okay. This may not be for everybody, but I'm going to price it really good for y'all. $24. This is like a goddess bead. 28 just sold. Thank you so much. This is like a goddess bead. Beautiful. Look at the colors in there. Beautiful glass work. WE29. $24 only. 1 available. Hole obviously goes this way. Donna says goddess beads and pendants are so cool, right? That's a very cool bead and I'm so broke. I get it, right? I get it. WE29. Stunning. Look at that. I love the colors in this. It just radiates good energy. WE29. And this is a large one. I'm going to do it in inches because it is large. This is about 2.5 inches by about 1.5 inches. WE29. 1 available, $24. Handmade lampwork glass. That is a big bead for $24 in lampwork. Believe me, that's a good deal. I priced it lower because I know it's not for everybody, but for people who love that stuff, you know you're getting a fantastic deal. Michelle's back. Welcome back, Michelle. Let's see what else I've got in here. Oh no. Maybe we'll go to 35 because I just found some really awesome beads in the bottom of this bag. Oh my, these are beautiful. Okay, what do I got here? All right, let me find, because I have 4 more, and I want to go to 30, 31, 32, 33. I'm going to be letting Andrew down. Well, we can do some other things. Okay, I can do those. Those are beautiful too. Okay, here we go. Whoa, here we go. This one, it's marked at 20. I'm going to leave it at 20 because it's worth that. WE30. So we're going to 35 tonight, y'all. I can't not do these ones while we're here. This is marked 20, way back, who knows when. I'm going to leave it at 20. It's a beautiful bead. It looks like the desert to me. So pretty. Nice large hole. Put it on leather if you want to. It's over a 3mm hole. This is 12.6 by 26.2. Oh, 29, the goddess has sold. Thank you so much. WE30, this is $20. One of them only available. Really pretty. Okay, WE31. I've got two of these. I'm going to do these for, I'm going to do $12 for the pair, because I think that's a really good price. These are lampwork glass flowers. And there are two blue ones. WE31. These are approximately 16.5 by 18.5. WE31 lampwork glass flowers. These are really good. These are really pretty, really well done. Two of them available. WE31. I'm sorry, one pair available. One pair available. $12 for the pair. My scissors. I need to cut down my tags because these are going in smaller bags. Ran out of bags. Okay. And then WE32. Let's do this one at 24. $24. Big, bold lampwork glass. Beautiful floral theme. And this one is approximately 21 by 23.5. Let's try that again. Yeah, about 23.5. Let's see the whole size on that. It's about 2.7. WE32. Oh, 31 just sold. That was a pair of blue flowers. Oh, do I do this one or do I do that one? Let's do, flowers are $12 a pair. Let's do $6 because I've got one more flower. Somebody grab the blue ones, might want the pink one too. I don't know. WE33, one of these available. Pink flower, $6 for that. About 22 millimeters by 16.5 at the widest point. Look how pretty. WE33, $6 only. Good deals tonight for y'all. $33 is just sold. Thank you so much. Okay, now the last two are pretty amazing. I have to decide what I'm going to price these because they've not been priced before. And they are pretty stunning. I'm going to do them cheap for you. Let me see. How cheap am I going? What am I doing here? Okay. $28. Look at this. This to me is so beautiful. Maybe it's because it's got green in there that I love it so much, but I think this is immaculate work. Look at all the different layers, all the different colors. Like you can see how this is breaking down into that lower color inside. Suzanne says, great show tonight. We're not over yet. Thank you, though. Yeah, I like this eclecticness that we're doing tonight. I called it wonderfully eclectic. I think it really is. Nice large hole in this. So the hole size is about 3 millimeters. This is about 30.5 by 34.5. And look, just super beautiful. Now I'm going to leave this one here because if you like that one, there's one, this one is kind of a coordinating partner. And I have to go up a little bit more on this one. Well, maybe not. Let's do them both at 28. What the heck? We're all friends here, right? Okay. So then we have this one is here. So, I mean, these together, stunning. Individually stunning. As Donna says, put that stunning glass bead on some leather and knot it on the end and sliding knot and you're done. You could do that. You could do that with either one of these. This one is approximately 47.5 by 22.5. Maybelline's loving all the lamp work. We've got so much lamp work. It does not sell all that often though. Sometimes lamp work is a hard sell. It just depends who's watching. So we don't offer it too often, but we've got a lot. This is about 3 millimeters, but I dug through a little bit today. Some stuff that Andrew sorted, and these were in there. I don't think we've ever shown these. This is the first time I would remember these. $28 each, WE34, WE35. And those are the last two lots for this evening. So far unclaimed. I thought those would sell right out. So you never know. Like I said, you never know what's going to sell, what's not going to sell. Things I like, sometimes people don't as much as I do. Sometimes I see things and I'm like, oh, this is not even going to last a minute. And then 2 years later, we've still got it. You never know. You never know. And that's okay, because that's what it's all about. Diversity makes the world go round, right? That just means I might get to do something lovely with these if they don't sell, because I don't know that I can put these back. I love green, and I love this light limey green that comes through in these. So pretty. Okay. Donna says, thank you so much, William. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you. Susie says, how cool, right? Maybelline says, I would hoard the lamp work too, Donna. Right? Donna says, I tend to hoard my lamp work glass beads. It's hard not to, right? It's hard not to. Okay. Let me flip this camera around real quick. Let's say a quick goodbye, maybe quick goodbye. You know, I'm always lengthy. Okay, is that right? Can I see me? There I am. Woo. So this is harsh lighting. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's Wonderfully Eclectic show. Is that what I call it? Wonderfully Eclectic. And I'll be back here tomorrow night, probably with something else. I can't guarantee it's going to be around 7:30. It depends what the weather's doing and what I'm doing in between all the weather that it's doing, and where Andrew is and how worried I am about him. But I will try to be here tomorrow night, and I hope you all have a great evening. If you're getting some wild weather or wicked weather out there, please stay safe. I may open the store tomorrow if you're in Johnstown, but do check Facebook before you come. Check our Facebook page, Allegory Gallery on Facebook, to make sure we're going to be there before you stop by. I will post on the page if we're going to be closed. All right. So thank you all so much. Don't forget, work on bead in the new year. We love that. And if you have any questions about anything tonight, please feel free to email us. And if you'd like to claim anything, there's still a good bit left. So send in those claims. All right. Thank you all. Have a great night and be safe out there. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.